What's up, everybody? Welcome to our Sports and Women podcast. I'm your host, Stephen Haynes. I've got the podcast crew to my right and left. We got Randy.
What's up, y'all?
Real Rose. Gina. And Janari.
Hey, guys.
What's up, y'all? Thank you for following on Periscope. Thank you for following us on Facebook. Thank you for following us on Instagram. Everything you guys follow us on. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. This week, we have some really good topics. But we're going to start off the show a little differently. We came up with a game. All of us came up with a game called Topic in a Box.
Oh, shoot.
Topic in a Box. So basically, this lovely box right here has different questions and topics that all of our panel crew are going to pull, and they're going to say whether or not that they're familiar with this topic, whether they experienced this topic, and so forth. They are nervous, I can tell.
I don't know if I'm ready for this.
I came up with the topics, but I laid it easy on them. We also have a special guest tonight, Elleina D.
Yes.
She's coming on to our podcast. We got a great show for y'all. She's going to talk about relationships, sports, and our topic, which we'll let you guys know later. Okay. But who's the first person that's going to do Topic in the Box? Who do we have first? Who wants to go ahead? Randy?
So
it's usually girls first, but it's women's first.
We're gonna let
I'm gonna start it off today because I'm feeling good, feeling great.
All right,
I apologize.
Shake it up.
I'm feeling pretty good.
That was
right
a
now.
bullshit.
I
Right?
Shake it up. Okay.
That's her shaking them.
Hey, all right.
Watch your mouth.
All right.
I'm gonna go in there.
Alright,
No peeking, boy.
no peeking.
Mama told me to tell you.
I see you.
Okay.
All right. So the first topic is
Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. A team player?
team player.
Oh, okay.
Team player.
Whew.
Do you compromise with people so everyone wins, or are you a ball hog?
At times it varies on the situation. Because there are times, you have to massage egos and make sure everyone is fine. Make sure everybody's happy. But then there's sometimes I'm shooting it. I'm not passing the ball.
Examples.
All right, basketball. If I know I'm a better shooter than you, why should I pass you the ball when I know I can score the ball better than you? And if you talk about relationships, if I know I look better than your man, and my credentials are better than your man, why not deal with me? That's just what it is.
That's it.
Jesus,
I'll give you that.
Very good answer.
All right, Rose, go for it. You're up. Topic in the box. Topic in the box.
Damn, girl.
Alright, I'm gonna go in.
All right, let's see what you got.
I got 3-point play.
3-point play.
Oh!
No.
Are you about that life?
This is a good one.
The long 2 or the 3-point?
All right, this is a good one. I made it a little different.
Okay.
Name 3 things that might bother people who you are in a relationship with.
That my spouse would be upset about, or just people that are messing with
Relationships. Friend, boyfriend, mother.
Time.
Time.
Attendance. Oh my
Can we all
God.
give a
Do you
time?
know where your children? Yes. Right? Time. All right.
like, damn, yo, what do people not like about me?
I know. I'm just trying to think. Like, let's
Late,
give it a
she's
moment.
late.
I know late is a big one. I know, right? I'm more than CP. I'm HP time. But I'd probably say
Haitian people time is what you got.
yeah, HP.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Stop, I say.
I know, right? But I would probably say procrastinating sometimes. Procrastination.
Time, procrastination, and
But that's time.
Huh? No, I'm not. Yeah. Pretty much.
So you got
I mean,
2
the
times.
time, the procrastination, work.
all right, third one.
And the third would probably be sometimes that I'm too nice.
Too nice.
Too nice.
Too nice. Rose, too nice.
I'm gonna say that.
All right, Gina, you're up.
Oh no.
Oh, Lord.
Gina's up.
4 gym memberships. 7
You're
classes.
such a player hater. Stop.
Actually, I'm a team player.
Damn! Drum roll or earthquake.
Free agents.
Free agent.
Oh, that's up your lane. That's you. That's your lane.
Free agent. Free
That's your
agent.
lane.
Oh my god.
Signing different contracts. Scratch
Free
it.
agent.
Get him out of here. Yo.
A time in the year that's the best to sign a free agent. Best to find either lust or love. Time in the year that's the best to sign a free
I
agent.
would have had that answer.
Lust or love. Best time to sign a free agent.
Best time to sign a free agent.
Never.
Never. No, let me stop.
Stop that. You know you're right.
What you got?
I already know this answer.
I know this answer too.
I'll say best time to sign a free agent. Maybe during the winter time.
Wintertime.
Cuffing season.
Hell no.
Cuffing season because you don't want to be lonely, so it is the winter time. Summertime.
For her.
Yeah. Listen, it has to be the winter time. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Summertime, I want to feel like I'm single. I can do what I want. So the winter time, I don't mind maybe.
Periscope men, if you're watching this, she's single. She's throwing it out
She's
there. Single as hell.
Stop
Single
it.
as a dollar bill.
And winter did officially end
Yesterday.
A couple days ago.
Yeah, it's over.
It started. It's
It's
over.
over. No more cuffing season. That's it. Done. It's over. It's over.
Talking to somebody.
It's over.
Slide in the DM.
All right, Janari. That's good.
Oh, yeah, no, this is a funny one, too.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Las dos míos.
I thought it was amazing.
All right, topic in a box. What you got?
Oh, this is funny.
I need a drum roll.
Alright.
Role player.
Role player.
Are we talking teams?
It's not what y'all think.
Is it?
It's not what y'all think.
Okay.
All right. Are you a person that plays a specific role in a relationship, or do you feel things out and react? So in like basketball, like in basketball and like sports, there's sometimes you're trying to fill the team out. You're a role player. You're not the star, so you're able to take a back seat in the relationship. You say, you know what, you got this, but I'm gonna play my role. So I'm gonna make sure that I play defense. I'm gonna make sure that I block shots or I rebound. Do you have a specific role that you like to play in a relationship? Maybe like that. Do you have a specific role you like to play in a relationship?
No.
Or do you kind of just react?
No, I don't have a specific role. I mean, I'm the female in the relationship. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have a specific role. I think I'm more of a person that figures out a situation and reacts to a certain situation. Like if there's, I don't know, remember like last time we were talking about, over in a meeting we were talking about the whole financial thing.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be able to take the back seat if one partner is making more money?
Right.
And the other partner is not. Actually, I saw something on Instagram about that my man actually pointed out to me. But in role playing, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a role that I'm taking. I'm gonna take the backseat because my man is making more money than me, vice versa. But I think I just play things by ear, even in any situation, whether it be in life, in relationships, in school, anything. I just figure out my own way to come up into the situation. I don't really just say, yes, I'm the leader. This is what I do. I wear the pants.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that. I don't think that's my kind of thing.
Okay.
I think I just try to figure out what I can do to either better the situation or make it work somehow.
Right. All right. That's our topic in the box segment.
That was fun.
Sorry.
We gave y'all a little something, try to warm up everybody. I'll take this one.
That was fun. It was different.
But now we're going to talk about our headlines for this week.
Okay.
No other bigger headline for this week is Russell Wilson and Ciara and their engagement.
Girl.
If you had to think, you should have put
She got engaged. They got engaged over the weekend. Russell Wilson proposed, so they're now together, and of course the haters started to come out. And what I mentioned to you guys, I was reading an article. I always read articles, like I said. So it was a guy was basically saying that guys are hating on Ciara because of so many reasons. One reason being that now it seems like she's trying to be a good girl and she has a good guy. Like she wouldn't have noticed Russell Wilson if she didn't date 50 Cent. And they're also hating on her because guys, again, also hating on Ciara because of how she's handling her relationship with Future and their son by basically stripping him away from his his fatherly responsibilities. What do you guys think about all this vitriol that Ciara's getting?
I think that Ciara is like, so she found someone who actually, in some sense, gives a flowers in May. I had to think about the kids. Think
about the kids,
but
please.
Like, the whole situation of men being angry about this or feeling some type of way about it, it's just that they keep comparing it to these females and that they always want to date the thugs, the corner boys, the drug dealers, the bad, quote unquote bad boys. And then when all the bad boys are done and through with them, they want to go ahead and go date a good guy. But what is their definition of good guy is just depending on what they're around. Because it's not that Russell isn't a great guy. Well, I don't know. He might have his own burden. He might have his own skeleton.
I mean, he has an ex-wife.
You don't know.
Yeah.
But it's only because Ciara done went
Or
through...
ex-fiance, excuse me.
Yeah, her ex-fiance. Ciara done went through so many different rappers or other artists, but it's like she's not what they want to call a thought or anything like that. Those relationships are all throughout a certain time frame. It's like from when she first started with what's that?
She was saying Bow Wow.
Goodies and shit.
She started with Bow Wow.
When she started with Bow Wow, and then she made her way. But she's how much longer has she been in the industry?
I mean,
10
she's
years?
30 years old now, so she's a grown
started-
woman
like,
now.
She started before she was like 21.
Right, yeah,
She
she
started
was young.
before she was
She was
21.
young.
Girl, damn near 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And throughout that whole time frame, she had what, like 5 different relationships?
Right.
Fine. And now everyone wants to give a backlash because of Future. Future didn't go focus about all his kids and just call it a day. I don't know what the details of her and his relationship in terms of Future Junior. But reality is, if there's another man in your ex-fiance or your baby mother's life that's given about your child, what's the point? Is your child in danger? No. Is he doing anything to your child? No. Is your child happy? No. Yes. I was going to say no. Like, is your child happy? Yes. Is there any welfare? Nothing's going on wrong. Why are you such a brat about it when Ciara was there for your 3 kids and your baby mothers?
Yeah, I think Ciara, I think she got in a relationship with Russell because that's actually the ideal relationship for her. Her father likes football. That's one that I know. 2, I'm a big Ciara's fan. 3, if she knows that a guy is going to take care of her and her kids and actually love her and be there for her, obviously she's going to settle for that. And also because that's really hard for a woman to have a guy come in and be like, look, I have no kids, but you have your son by another guy, and actually step up to the plate and take care of him as his own. That's really hard to find. A lot of men is not willing to do that. So since she has this opportunity right here with Russ, she's going to take it and run for it. So I'm actually happy for her.
They look happy.
That's it. Of course, Future is going to be upset and bitter, obviously, because he wants to play the field. He should know he don't want a real relationship. He had his chance.
Yeah.
So he has to take the backseat.
You think that's why, Rose, I'm just going to ask you this. You think that's why so much drama has been advertised, because he's commenting and responding to every picture they post or every video and everything they see? You think
I feel like that he should be grown man about it, especially for as many baby mamas you had. This is not your first one. You know how to handle her. You know how to speak to her. You can definitely speak to her as a grown adult and just, have a conversation. I know they had their feud from the first time that Russell and the kid were out in public, and I think the messed up part and what's messing up their relationship is that they're resulting to the social media as being their voice of how they should handle their relationship versus really handling their relationship as if they were not Ciara and Future, as if they were a regular broken up family, and just how they would handle the situation. You want to see your kid, you would not be acting like this. Right. The thing about it is that Future has a fan base, and so his fan base is definitely going to be coming after him. And I like Future and I like Ciara as well, but when it comes to the point of little Future, people are not really thinking about how to handle that situation.
Right. Randy, what you got?
You see, my whole thing is about us like this, man. Ciara, people just need to let her be happy. Because at the end of the day, it's like we don't really know what's going on because everything that we see is on social media. So who knows what she's doing with Future not seeing his son, and who knows what Russell is doing with behind the likes and behind the views. At the end of the day, Ciara, she been in the game for a minute. She let people sample her goodies. It's life, People have to understand this. Like, listen, everyone has that time where it's like, you mix and mingle and you
experience,
and that's what she did. But it's funny because Bow Wow gets no love in this situation. Like Bow Wow was first. Like it's like Bow Wow is Ray J.
Yep.
And Ciara is Kim K. But nobody's not caring about Bow Wow.
Well, because they're so far removed. Like it was just such a long time ago. And once you start a new relationship, that's your relationship. You don't have time to worry about the past. You don't have time to worry about it.
In future, he worrying about hitting the real sisters. So she wanted to move on. She wanted to move on. He's trying to Percocets. Shit, no.
I'm so curious to know if Russell would have the same if Russell and whoever it is would have the same backlash if it wasn't Ciara. If it was another single mom, if it was a white single mom who had X amount of boyfriends or whatever the case may be in relationships. I'm so curious to find out how people would react to that. But why is Ciara the scapegoat of this right now?
Well, so real quick,
Ciara and Russell relationship.
Russell Wilson, his ex-fiance, they were supposed to get married. They broke up for whatever reason.
It's Ciara's fault. Boom, let's put it out there. Ciara's fault.
But Ciara broke
them up.
She's actually been going on a Twitter rant.
Yeah, she's ranting. Oh, my ring is bigger.
Yeah,
you're mad. Basically. Go to sleep.
But she probably was mad because Russ probably had it out for Ciara from the get.
That was his high school sweetheart.
I think Russ probably actually liked Ciara. In this case, I feel like
I don't think so.
Russ likes Ciara more than she.
I think
she does.
He sampled the goodies.
You're talking about two people who were hurt, who wanted something serious. Ciara, from the moment she was with Future, wanted to get married, be with him, serious. Even the fact that he had baby mama situation.
Yeah,
same thing with Russell. Russell had his ex-wife. He wanted to settle down. Whatever the situation happened, it clicked for them two to be together. I think it's perfect for them.
The universe.
They understand each other, and they didn't want it to the point that they didn't even want it to be a sexual thing. They were like, listen, let's see how it is if we're not having sex.
Body party. She was wilding during that time. She was coming all these sexual songs.
She was.
It's just timing. I mean, it's just timing. It's timing.
She was on the floor for Future. And now she got the sanctuary.
I want to say this one thing also. We all have to remember. We saw Ciara growing up.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so regardless if she had 5 boyfriends during the industry or 16 boyfriends in the industry, she is growing up. Tell me one female that, unless she was a virgin at 18 or 21, even still has not had at least more than multiple partners. We are going through experiences as we're going through experiences as females, so I hate to hear stuff like that. I can understand if she was with Bow Wow and Bow Wow's cousin and Bow Wow's cousin knew Future and she's jumping from guy to like that, but the level that she was going on is her experience. So if we see the experience of the different men, 50 Cent is like a billionaire. Come on now, don't talk about he's a thug. He's not a thug. He got tattoos and stuff, and he may rap, but he's not a thug. This dude wears suits. This guy has his own production company. Let's be real. She knew what she wanted, but eventually, as she got older, these men knew what they wanted. Right. So she had to find what?
He said she got jeans and lingerie. Yeah, jeans and lingerie at the candy shop.
Yeah, they were at the candy shop.
Russell Wilson better not find that.
All of that's burned.
All right, so we got another topic we got to get to. Okay. We're going to talk about Carmelo Anthony because right now he's considering waiving his no trade clause. I mean, the Knicks are terrible. The Knicks suck. There's no way of putting it. If he waives his no trade clause, then if he waives his no trade clause, then he'll be able to get traded to another team and play.
Fix it, Jesus.
But right now, what he's saying that he came out with a quote on ESPN saying that, well, maybe my loyalty is starting to run out. Maybe I'm being loyal to the wrong team.
Much.
Yes.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yes,
I think so too. I think it's time for him to go.
Why?
Because he can't always be the top dog, and that's what it's looking like. Every time when you look at the Knicks, you see Carmelo's the only one that's doing stuff, and the other team, I mean, they're good, but they're not as good as him. He needs help, and if he does not have that help, the team is not going to go anywhere, and that's what I keep seeing. So regardless,
I'm about to break it down.
He needs to let go. So break it down, Mr. Melo fan.
First of all, A disclaimer: I do not like the Knicks. Big shout out to my father. He's been a Knicks fan ever since he was 6. Listen, it's like this with Carmelo, right? Carmelo has been there. You know, he's been playing hard. You know, he's like, yo, enough is enough. Because if you apply this to relationships, the Knicks front office is like that girlfriend who you're getting tired of, and you're like, listen, babe, you know, this relationship has run its course. You know, I think it's time for me to take my talents to South Beach. You know, at the end of the day, it's like, listen, you know, it's like, listen, when it comes to sports, Carmelo Anthony, he's really becoming that Patrick Ewing 2.0. Because Patrick Ewing has been playing in the Knicks organization for years, and they've almost won chips. They've almost won championships. They almost did this. They almost won that.
Damn.
And this is where, listen, and this is where, like in relationships, like Carmelo and the Knicks front office, they're like boyfriend and girlfriend, so they're almost thinking about taking the next step in the marriage, and they're almost thinking about taking the next step into having children. So it's basically, it's like, yo, leave. It's not working out for the both of us because the Knicks are still losing. Carmelo's unhappy, right, and Lala plays a major part in this deal. And
in this decision, absolutely.
And guess what? She wants to go on the West Coast. That's just what it is.
He feels like this is home to him.
Yeah,
so
it is.
Sticking around because it's home. You know, you want to play in front of your fans. You want to try to do your city right. That he feels like it's his city, and you know it's hard for him to leave. Yeah. But now he's starting to realize because there's no output, there's no
opportunity for him, and it hasn't been. I'm shocked that
it's just a lot of give.
He's still been there. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Shoot,
well, now they're talking about Phil Jackson actually coaching just the home games,
right?
And they're splitting it. Yeah, I was a little bit on the fence of that as well. But a lot of things from what I've checked is that Carmelo's had issues with a lot of the coaches. So it's like, I don't know what is it the team players that's the problem with them? Like what, they need to find the root of the situation. If you're talking about relationship, you have to find the root of what's the problem of the relationship versus saying, listen, you keep going out to the club like every time. Why do you have to keep getting just
eating Wendy's? Why we can't eat Chick-fil-A?
Exactly, but you know, find out what maybe the person could be allergic to Chick-fil-A or something that you just don't know. And there's certain things that they need to get to the root of what is going on with the Knicks because it's you know, there's a team. It's not the Knicks. There could be a whole other team and the Knicks can win. Right. It's just the fact that the team is not getting it together. So they need a powwow.
Now, should he stay loyal? Let's think about this. Should he stay loyal? Right now, he's been there since 2011. They made a massive blockbuster trade deal to get him, giving up draft picks, giving up 6-7 players, moving them around, offering him, built the team basically around him, saying, you're the guy. We're going to give you this no trade clause so you can leave whenever you see fit. If you see fit, we're going to pay you 5 years, $124 million contract. But, you know, if he sticks around with the team that he has, it doesn't look like he's going to win a championship.
He's not going to win anything.
Not with this team. Not with the next team.
Not even a damn lotto.
So what he's going to do, LeBron it, go somewhere else, get his championship, and then come right back, and then lose again?
And he's 31 years old, so his window is closing.
I mean, if that's what it is, if the championship is that important to him to that point, yeah, I would say for him to leave and then pull a LeBron.
I mean, that's what we play for. We play for a ring, right?
If not, he shouldn't. He's getting older. He might as well just stay.
Yeah, he's 31 years old.
But see, here's the thing. He may go to another team and they don't give him as much credit as he's getting from the Knicks. He may be benched, and then we're like, damn, Carmelo.
Well, he's not going to have the same role if he goes to another team. He may not be Carmelo Anthony. He may be
that's a give and take.
And that's the reason why I think he stayed, because he likes to shine.
He likes to be that guy.
He likes to be that guy. You can even see how he plays. You see how Melo plays. The way he plays, he just plays like a pretty boy to me. And I just think that's how he plays.
Carmelo, listen, honestly, and this is being real, Carmelo is in a bad relationship with the Knicks. It seems like Carmelo, he's trying to make things right with his girl, but it's like he got a bunch of bad influences. Look at his damn coach. His coach out here sleeping with the
Kurt Rambis?
Yes, no, Derek Fisher.
Oh, Derek Fisher.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Derek Fisher, man.
And think about it. It's like good person, bad person, and the bad person saying, you know, if you leave, you can do this and this.
Yeah.
But the good person's like, if you stay, this and this can happen.
You know what else is affecting him? The fact that LeBron, his buddies, according to him, his core buddies, LeBron James, 2 championship rings. Dwayne Wade, 3 championship rings. Chris Paul, no championships, but he's had a really successful career. He plays with Blake Griffin. He's played with other guys. Yeah. When you're in a relationship, and there's nothing worse of you're trying to be loyal in your relationship, and you're looking at other relationships, and you're like, man,
Like, damn.
you start comparing.
Like, oh.
You start looking like, man, but my boy,
He happy.
He's happy just to get a ring.
And
Why
we
am
eat
I
steak
so?
every day.
So that could be something that's affecting him because he's so close with a LeBron James, Chris Paul, and Dwayne Wade. That could also be. He mentioned it in the quote. He said, I see all my other guys winning out here.
So what's really killing him, is that whole comparison thing. Because think about it, all of us we've been in relationships. We've been on like date nights with friends, and they're like, yeah, so next week we're going to do this, and then and then it's that look.
Waiting to see what y'all doing.
And then after, so why she get to go to the movie theater and the seats lean all the way back? The movie is a movie. We just had the wrong movie theater. That's just what it is.
But see, I think the problem is, and we spoke about this before about comparing. You're comparing your relationship or a sports team player. You have to understand, again, LeBron left where everyone was upset. His whole team, everybody, fans were upset at this man. Left, got his championship, came back. So I think the thing about Carmelo being loyal, it's a good and a bad thing. And I think I don't think it's just being comfortable. I think the thing is, if he wins even one, he could say, I won at my hometown. Like, I didn't have to go to LA. I didn't have to go to Chicago. I didn't have to go to Miami. I won at my hometown. So whatever means necessary. And I think because Phil Jackson right now is telling him, he's guaranteeing him by doing a home game, maybe, I do love the Knicks, maybe we may see a change. And I think, for me, I'm always about giving it one last chance until the camel dies. Not the back breaks off.
Fuck
it
that
dies.
shit, I'm out.
All right, so.
But then you could be on the bench.
All right, so we've already been talking about relationships. We're talking about sports. We're going to dive further into the relationship conversation of being loyal. Got a few questions for y'all, and we do have our guest, Elleina D. She will be coming in, and she's coming in right now. Elleina D.
Shout out to Chad bringing in the chip.
And I'm here.
What's up, young lady?
Hey.
What's going on?
Nothing much. What's going on? I'm hearing some juice at this table.
Yeah, it's getting kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of drum rolling today.
Yes.
A lot of energy.
We're all going in.
Nice. That was spilled the tea. I love it.
Well, I want to welcome Elleina here because she is a fellow Hamptonian, HBCU in the building.
Yes.
We got another HBCU here though.
Norfolk
State.
We hold green and gold.
Well, we thank you for the show, being on the show. So tell us a little about yourself.
I'm originally from Maryland. Of course, now I live in New York. I've been here for about 4.5 years. And I work in Brooklyn. I am a middle school literature teacher.
Ooh,
yes.
middle school.
Yes.
Middle school.
The crazy people.
The crazy little people.
Yes.
Don't you remember those days?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, one of my things that I do on the side and my passion, which I've been doing quite some time in different, avenues, is blogging. And so now I've began my own blog. It's Elleina-D.com. I am Elleina-D.com.
Is your website? Yep.
Yes. So, and it's just about lifestyle and beauty. I'm very much into the whole makeup and just mostly inspiring just women to be themselves and to be very bold. And just living your best life, being positive. So that is a lot of what I promote, even amongst with my students.
How'd you get into blogging?
So it started actually at Hampton.
Oh, really?
And being around a lot of writers. And then some of them knowing different blogging avenues, whether it be Tumblr,
WordPress,
yep. Blogger, all those different types of avenues. And then I tried a little bit on my own, and I actually started meeting some people in the writing world and birthed olivecocomag.com. I don't know if you've seen it. You've seen it.
I'm familiar with it, yep.
It's not live anymore, but I did help birth that and from the bottom up, and that was our online women's magazine where we kind of promoted a lot of positivity amongst women. Same thing kind of what I do now. And then now I just kind of split off and do my own thing. So, yeah.
That's good. What are some of the things that you try to teach and influence women of your age, older, younger? What are some messages that you try to implement to other women?
My biggest thing is growth. it's not about like where you're at now. It's about like the process and being able to look back at like where you were before and just continuing to just grow and be your best self on a daily basis. Like try to beat yourself from yesterday, you know. Definitely like affirming what you want, you know, writing it down. Like everything that you want, it can possibly happen. It may not happen today, it may not happen tomorrow, but it'll eventually happen. And stay positive. Like surround yourself with positivity constantly. You know, even if you have to put yourself in a bubble to surround yourself positively. And don't be afraid to make changes in your life with your the setting where you're at, with yourself, with your friends, with your family at least. You know, I'm really big on change. Don't stay in one lane ever.
Yeah.
So.
And how do you stay focused?
How do I stay focused? Sometimes like I have to like unplug from people because I believe like people sometimes can like pull off of you, not intentionally, but because it's a natural thing. Like somebody wants your support and want to be around you and things like that. But on a daily basis, I'm constantly needed because I'm a teacher. But I just unplug and kind of like just sit to myself to do things that I love, read, you know, go to a coffee shop, chill, get to know who you are first before you can surround yourself with other people and do more, you know.
That's good. And how can they follow you again? What's your website again for the Periscope people and everybody following? What's your website?
I am ElleinaD.com.
ElleinaD.com.
And that's Danielle spelled backwards.
Oh. I just found that out today.
If you don't know, now you know.
Creative. Yes. So Elleina D is spelled ELLEINAD. Okay.
All right.
Awesome. So you've heard some of our headlines that we've been talking about. We've been talking about Russell Wilson and Ciara's relationship. Why are people mad? Why are people hating? We talked about Carmelo Anthony considered waiving his no trade clause, and we're relating that to loyalty. But first, what are your thoughts about Russell Wilson and Ciara's relationship and all this negative energy that everybody's basically showing on Facebook? And it's just a lot, right? It's just a little too much.
It is a lot. And when it comes to social media and relationships, it can be damaging if you don't play it a little bit more private. And so I feel like all of her business is just being put out in the street with like her baby's father and her new man, and it can be very like detrimental to the relationship she's trying to build. And for two, like you all have talked about like past and whatnot. Everybody has a past, man, woman, everybody has a past, and you have every right. And like I said, change. You have every right to change, to mature, and to choose something that is better for you and your future. And especially when you have a child involved,
Right.
Why pick another bum?
Exactly.
Ooh.
Like, that doesn't make sense.
Just saying.
So,
Changed.
I am all for it. And I see
Yeah,
kids.
she changed.
No, she didn't.
Oh, okay.
She just looked better.
I mean, hey, she changed.
And I see kids all the time who have parents that are no longer with their paternal or maternal or whatever, and the next spouse is supposed to be if not upgrade somebody just as good, you know. But you're supposed to be thinking about the welfare of your child and what type of home that you want for your future. And so I'm all for it. And as far as like the messiness on Twitter and wherever else have you, social media, it's just nobody has time for that. Like, Future, you could be making some more beats or some more tunes, whatever you do, which is great. And I actually have your channel on Pandora.
Yeah, I mean, I like Future. I like his music. We all like him.
If you are watching, that was for you.
Yes,
Future, like, oh,
how about
why?
you concentrate on that? If you don't have the time to raise your son, it's nothing wrong with stepping aside for a second and just provide financially. You know what I'm saying? And let this man do what he needs to do. And if anything, it's a positive influence on your son's life and possibly can open his mind to, you know, new things besides just the rap world and being a little trap boy, you know. And with Ciara, I just like tread lightly on like how much you put out there. I have a friend who puts a lot of his things out on social media of his relationship, and right now it's positively, but who knows if something bad happens? Somebody might spill some tea right on to that post.
Right.
You know, you just never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, women, like, it's always been a one-sided game with, you know, what we want for the future, and then like somebody wants to value us.
Bless it.
Bless you. When somebody wants to value our future, you can't put value on what I want for my life. Like, how dare you?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, you make your own choices and like who you are. You can't let somebody else's opinion drive like your value.
Yeah, that is true.
So, is this this situation, this bad girl wanting a good guy situation?
See, there's just no bad. Like, what is bad guys? There's a bunch of
No,
that's true.
Bad girl wanting a good guy situation.
It's just the perception.
It's
the perception.
And I hate that. And it's like, no, it has
Well,
nothing to do with wanting a good girl or good guy. It's about like, I've matured and I want something else.
You want someone
like
else
my vision for
equally
my
mature.
life is different, and this person fits into what I want.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So my square turned into a nice little circle on my right there. So
Right.
so that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So we've been talking about Carmelo Anthony again and his loyalty. So I want to talk about loyalty in a relationship. We talked about Carmelo saying that he doesn't want to leave. We all feel like he doesn't want to leave New York. He wants to stay. He wants to try to win. But do y'all think he's afraid?
Yes.
And do you think sometimes in a
He's afraid to
relationship, when you're
change.
so loyal, you're just afraid to
he's
either
afraid.
fail, he's afraid to go somewhere else, to go try to win a championship and not win a championship? Those are some things I'm sure that's running in his mind.
He's afraid. I really do. I think he's scared. I think so.
What do you think?
I don't
Ryan?
see.
Scared
see
to change. Yeah.
And apply that to a relationship.
All right, see, it's like this. Every relationship that you've been in your past, it should be like either a lesson learned or like or one of those things where it's like, damn,
It was time to move on.
I should have been left. You feel me? And that's what people have to understand, because it's like in the situation with Carmelo, he left a good situation in Denver. In Denver, honestly, they were 2 players away from going to the Western Conference.
Oh yeah,
Finals.
definitely.
And so now he came to the Knicks, in this whole rebuilding phase. And the thing, what is killing the Knicks, like in relationships, is the media. So if you think about it, you see Derek Fisher, he's all in the media because he's hitting Gloria, what's her name? Govan, whatever her name is.
Whatever her name is.
That, Nat Barnes' old work. Phil Jackson, he thinks he's the Zen master. Like, listen, my man, like, everything should be focused on basketball and trying to win these games. Like in relationships, it's all about, as you said, growth. It's all about expansion.
There's too many distractions around
and that's where
Carmelo
and that's where Carmelo's getting it messed up at. And it sucks because he's a
good player.
NBA All-Star.
Yeah.
Could
be a Hall of Famer
every year. But it's like, look at his organization. I gotta say it again. It's like, it's like he's a good guy with a girlfriend whose relationship is declining, and he got a bunch of single friends. And he's listening to the single friends like, damn.
Yeah, he's
Lust or go eat pork chops and biscuits with the wife. Come on, son.
But
New
do you
York is a
think
lot of pressure.
they're actually gonna get a better team?
I don't think so, because in
New
all
York has a
honesty,
lot of pressure anyway.
Yeah,
like
and-
most athletes that play in New York, it's a lot of pressure. Like
Oh,
that's
man.
why some athletes don't want to come here, because it is a lot of pressure here.
Yeah,
I
New
feel
York is
out of a lot of
rough.
other states. I
it's
feel like, yeah.
it's pressure, and then it's like with the whole New York Knicks organization, they don't really care about their plays because they're not looking at it as a basketball aspect. They're just looking at trying to fill seats in the garden.
yeah.
So think
Which
about
they
it.
do. They sell out
Yeah.
every game, no matter how bad they
Carmelo
are.
Anthony, but you're down by 40. I'm not getting this. Like, go ahead.
Wait a minute. That's because they're there because they're Carmelo, huh?
Yeah, Carmelo Anthony. And you be like, bruh, y'all losing to the damn Grizzlies.
So, Elleina, let me ask you a question. In a relationship, you're being loyal. When, in terms of Carmelo Anthony, when is enough? When is he going to finally say, if he finally says, you know what, can't do this anymore? What's it going to take? It's going to take another losing season? Or what does it take in a relationship to realize, you know what, I can't do this anymore?
I mean, when it comes to like relationships, I feel like right now what he's doing is just, it seems comfortable. You know what I'm saying? He needs to get out of his comfort. Yeah, he definitely needs to get out of his comfort zone. And when he's talking about like his career wise, like where do you see yourself? What is your big picture? You know what I'm saying? And if that's not fitting in the overall picture of where you're trying to go, then it's time to leave.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's I feel like loyalty is just such a thin line as far as like how much sacrifice. When you're starting to sacrifice your happiness, and if he's not happy with the Knicks, then he's go.
Yeah.
So what's loyalty to you?
Loyalty is that's a tough one because like it's so many. It's
Generalize it.
Generalize it. Okay, because I'm trying to think in sports terms.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
When it comes to sports terms, like I'm gonna be thinking about my money, like child cutting checks. So it's like
I gotta think about my family. I'm loyal to. He's probably loyal to his family, so he's like.
Exactly.
No, but he's still getting his check. It's just not the ring. I think for me, I would say. More so, okay, if we're saying like relationship, treat it as like rehab. I would see how was it tryouts, right? See how that works. If that's not rocking, he could cut his contract anytime.
Yeah.
So I would see how that's rocking. If I'm not seeing an improvement on the team, if I'm not seeing what's going on, before the game I'm out.
Right.
And I would give it not rehab. I said rehab, right?
Yeah.
Who's going to the rehab?
I don't know.
And when you think about loyalty, it's also too like when you're with somebody, both parties need to be getting what they need. You know what I'm saying? Just like in a relationship, I need sex 5 times a week. You know, are you willing to get?
Holy
you know what
shit!
I'm saying? I didn't say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes! That's a wild open.
Sorry, kids. Sorry.
See, look at this.
So it's like, are you feeling that?
And Regina's not saying much.
I didn't write that in the show. I'm just saying I didn't write that in the show.
I had to trick on that one.
Throw that ass in a circle.
Are you?
All right, go ahead.
So are you feeling that need? You know, and it's like when you're married in the sense of a team. When you're married to the team, when my needs are not being met, then it's like now I have to go. And same as a relationship.
Or you
if my
put the
needs,
pressure.
there's gonna be conflict.
Yeah, I mean he's starting to put the pressure on the Knicks now because he's tired of losing. He's tired of, I guess, taking all of the blame for everything. So now he's starting to feel it. So he's like, look, if you guys don't do something, you guys don't bring some better players around me,
He's tired of fried chicken.
I'm out.
Corn.
So that's why he said he's considering. He didn't say he's going to waive his no trade clause. He said he's considering. So they're probably like, oh, this is a new Carmelo Anthony.
If my wife don't upgrade in the next 2 months, I'm out. Divorce papers are in it.
Will Melo stay in New York?
Will Melo stay in New York?
I'm asking you, Steve.
Oh, I say because
Will he stay in New York?
Do you think? What are the chances that he's gonna stay in New York?
And the Chad has risen.
I think he's giving it one more year. I think going into next year, he's gonna go through, like you said, tryouts, but like free agency. He's gonna go through the off season. He's gonna see what moves are gonna be made. Next year, usually around February is the trade deadline. He's going to give it to the trade. He's going to push it to the max because he's still good enough to be on another team.
He's on the Cleveland.
He's still good enough to be on another team. So by February of next year, after the trade deadline, after free agency, after everything, if no moves are made, he doesn't feel like there's a better product on the field. If he doesn't feel like changes are made, then he's going to waive his no trade clause. Before the trade deadline, he's going to put it down, write it down. I think he's going to leave.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he does want to win. I think his heart's in the right place of him being loyal. He's trying to stick it out, but I think he does want to win because he's a person that likes to be liked. He's a very likable person. He's not a bad guy, so I feel like that's what he's trying to do.
It's like how loyal. Where do you draw the line with the loyalty at this point with him? It's like, where do you draw the line with loyalty?
For him,
But in general. In general, how loyal is too loyal with you? Like, where do you draw the line where in a relationship when you're just like, it's not working, but you've been in this part for so long? Where do you?
Is there a time?
Is there a time?
Oh, hell yeah.
I feel like you speak on it. Okay, I'm not. Happiness is just totally important. Yeah, you speak on it, and if there's no change, it's like how many times do you want to speak on it? And that's it.
That's
you know
true.
what I'm saying?
You give somebody to redeem himself. I'm giving you a chance to redeem yourself. If you don't redeem yourself, then hey, look, I have to eliminate myself.
So we say like 2 times, 3
Yeah.
times.
I
I'm gonna act
I agree
like
with
a
that.
smartphone, and once the battery is at low, it's about to be timeout. I think
I ain't
energy.
charging your ass.
I'm just saying. I think energy is a big part in it. When you're putting too much energy, like you said, you're trying your best. You're trying all types of avenues of doing it, and it's just not working. Your energy, your time is very loyal to a lot of people. I know, right? It's the time, right? So your energy, your time, and I think once you're not getting that, the next thing comes in is that respect, and then everything's out the window.
Okay. All right. Good
I
conversation
love
though.
emotions.
Good conversation though. And we're gonna end the show off. Topic in the box once again.
Oh.
Danielle,
Danielle
you're
is
going
going to
to
get the
Elleina, you're gonna jump it off.
Yeah.
She said,
Nice.
she said something. I said, wow. 5 days a week.
Okay, maybe I
Perfect
shouldn't have looked.
situation.
No, they're all folded.
Come
on,
Oh,
man.
Let's see what you got.
Girl, you cool.
I had a good day. I went to
Oh.
What you got?
Interception.
Interception.
Well, I've been catching picks all my life.
Throw them in toes.
So this one is pretty relatable, I guess. Have you ever stolen a girl guy that your friend was interested
You can
in
steal my
dating?
podcast right now.
You ever stole somebody from one of your friends?
Every single.
Like they were interested in them, you knew they were interested in them, and then you wound up dating them more
So it didn't happen
like
right
that.
after.
Happens
See what happened
Turn
was it happened like maybe
Later.
a
After they
year,
stopped talking?
yeah, and
Oh,
then they
yeah,
moved.
Yeah, girl, that's
Oh,
like
they
my
moved.
friend moved,
He waited
and
for the
he
move.
was still there.
Waiting for the
And I
move.
guess he forgot that me and her were friends.
He didn't
And I
forget.
didn't
He did not forget.
you hope
Oh, it's lit.
How y'all doing?
It's lit.
I mean, we never mentioned it. We never mentioned
she didn't
it.
mention it either.
You ain't mentioned it.
So it ain't even happened.
Well, your friend know now.
She probably.
She don't care.
I feel like once a party moves on, regardless of what was yours could be somebody else's, whether it's someone that's close to
But-
you or not. If you moved on, you shouldn't be salty.
She
You
about
But I don't know.
Also,
But yo, but
moved on. Anybody
now-
who becomes salty.
What the
is-
paper do to you? Stop with the paper.
why you so angry?
But nah. You see, it's like this. I can't intercept my man's old joint.
I think that's a guy thing. I think it's a guy thing. Actually, no. Backtrack. It's not a guy thing. I do know some guys have done that.
Yeah, like,
But I'm just saying.
Son, I can't listen. I can't.
It's a pill you can't swallow. That's
Son,
because
I can't talk to my man old work.
Jadara, go ahead.
Jesus Christmas.
I love it.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
Halftime shows.
yes.
Name a time of your life would you consider being your Super Bowl?
Oh shit.
English, please.
Just any time of your life, a moment in your life that you consider being Super Bowl, consider being one of the greatest moments of your life.
A greatest moment.
Win the lottery,
No, I haven't done that yet.
job, or something.
I haven't done that yet. I would say that one of the greatest moments in my life was when I went back to DR with my mom, my brothers, and my father. I won the trip. I was like in 5th grade. I won the Dominican Republic trip for a week. I met the president at the time in DR.
Wow.
Which was pretty dope. I was like a straight A. It was like some kind of scholarship that I got, whatever the case may be. I don't remember at this point. But it was like one of my the Super Bowl moment as well as one of my greatest memories. because my mom had promised that she was gonna take me out to DR to go to one of the biggest churches out there. It's called Eligwe, and it's like a memorable, but also one of the greatest moments of my life.
That's awesome. Oh, that's
Cute.
good.
Aww.
That's good.
Shut up.
Gina?
Hey. Be nice. Be nice.
I didn't even know that in there. All
I
right.
don't remember. No, I didn't look in there. Let's see. Delay of game.
Delay of game.
What is this?
This is the one Tosca came up with, just to let you know.
Big shout out to Todd.
And you look at why you gotta act like
Hold on. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna read it exactly how she wrote it.
Oh, this
That's
shit.
messed up, though. I told you I was having difficulties.
So she said, say you're in the beginning. I just think that's funny. Say you're in the beginning of talking stage, everything good, but all of a sudden, no contact.
Like they do that, eventually if I run into them, I'm gonna let them have it. Now over the
You
phone,
kick him down the steps or something?
over the phone, you can't really do nothing. You
might-
can't really do nothing over the phone. Over the phone, you can't really do nothing. You call them, they don't answer. You text them, they don't answer. But if you see them in person,
And you see the double checks.
I'm like, oh yeah,
What's up?
that's how
The
you.
red.
Red.
Yeah, the red.
The red.
I purposely turned on my Bedford seats just for you.
Leave me alone.
All right, Rose, what you got? Oh, you got a newer one. I forgot which one that
This
was.
is a pretty color. So.
Oh, you
Oh, you got a colorful one.
What are you looking at? You automatic technical foul.
Oh, okay, this is a good one. When tempers flare, are you the type to say something out of pocket and earn a tech?
Yep.
How do you know?
Because you're Aries. They're out of they mentally will mess you up.
I do have a tendency. If it's an argument, and I always like to have the last word. I will admit it.
I knew that.
Yeah, I gotta get checks.
So that was one of your three from earlier.
All right, Randy, finish it off.
Uh-oh. Drum roll, please.
All right, Randy, last one, finish it off.
Oh, shit.
You saw it already?
No. Double team.
Ooh,
Double
that
tap.
sounds kinky.
Damn.
Yeah, thank you.
Future. Real sisters.
It's not that. It's not that.
Real sisters.
I'm
my
sorry I had
gosh.
to. My bad, guys.
Basically, you ever got caught dating somebody and then you were dating somebody?
Yeah, I have. But at the end of the day, you have to do this, man. Whenever you get caught, you gotta be honest about the situation. Because at the end of the day, we're dating. It doesn't. No, listen. Let me finish.
There's a difference.
Let me finish. Because at the end of
Right.
the day, we're dating. We're not a boyfriend and girlfriend type of thing. We're dating, so we're talking. So basically, that means this: I can date you on a Monday. You're not my girl. You're not my babe. You're not my boo. That means on a Tuesday, if I get offered to go out for some drinks, I'm gonna go out for some drinks. And if I
That's
get
right.
caught, I get caught. And if you're still with it, you're with it. If you're not, you're not. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Wait. So pause.
Turn.
So you saying you would say all of that at that moment when you got caught?
I'll let it be
Yeah.
known. See, that's the difference.
You
See,
really questioning this guy?
see, that's the difference.
It's him.
Hold on,
It's
let me.
me. I'm 6'2", have a beard.
I
I'm
didn't
winning.
say all that. I'm just
winning.
saying you're obnoxious sometimes. I'm pretty sure if
How?
you was to get caught, your ass is gonna let it all out and let the girl know. No, girl, you ain't my girl.
Of course, I'm gonna say that.
I
You
know.
But what if it was flips?
It was
And
fantastic.
you saw her out
With
with
another
another dude.
And you were
What?
feeling her.
What can I do? Because at the end of the day,
Are you
there's
gonna
motives.
Are you gonna speak on it the next time you talk to her?
I'm gonna ask, yo, how was your little date? You feeling me though?
He ain't as tall as me.
Look.
This tall as
I gotta edit that handshake out. I
big
don't.
like me.
No, you see, and the reason
Look at
why.
my beard.
Look, and guess what? And the reason
I
why.
don't want to leave him hanging.
And listen, and the reason that's being said because at the end of the day, a playful argument isn't bad.
No, it's
You know,
playful.
a playful argument. So you know, I'm petty. I'm petty Paul at times. It
Petty
is
go
what
to
it is.
cracker.
Wait. Can I say one thing though?
All right, last thing.
One last thing. So if you saw that, you already said, how's your little friend?
Mm-hmm.
Would that amp you up to become more of the man that you think she would want?
I mean, at the end of the day, is really on
Or you gonna still stay
what
at
the person wants. You
That's
feel
her
me?
right now.
And that's somebody else. But listen.
That's somebody else.
Nah, but listen.
Another one.
In all
Major
honesty,
key.
think about it. You know, that might probably spark a little fire under me because I probably hit it first anyway. So you know, it's like,
Okay, Ray J.
All right, y'all. I never put these in the script. I have to script the whole show.
It's not called a rundown.
it's the
Rundown. You know what I
do
mean?
it.
They don't know. Now they know.
Now Steve gonna give us a script.
Where I see you at BBQ.
I'm like, Randy, you're next in 2 minutes. Rose, you're up in 3 minutes. Regina, you're going to follow up with this.
Your line is.
I seen you at BBQs.
Don't
How was your little
It
day?
was awesome.
It was nice.
Awesome.
Oh,
That's all I
word?
get. That's all I
All
get.
right.
All right,
Are you hungry
y'all.
right now?
Thank you again. Give a special round of applause to our guest. Elleina, thank you for coming on the show. Once again,
welcome.
what's your Instagram and social media handles so they can follow?
My Instagram and Twitter, all social media is Elleina _D. ELLEINA_D. And my website again is IAMELLEINAD.
And it's Danielle. If you're listening to the show,
Daniel's backwards.
Danielle backwards.
Daniel backwards.
With that underscore.
When in doubt, Daniel backwards.
We had a good conversation, y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you for watching on Periscope. As always, continue to follow our Facebook page, Sports and Women. Can follow all these panel people, all my friends here on Sports and Women, and follow their Instagram handles. Thank you for watching. Remember, not next Tuesday, the Tuesday after, you guys can follow us. We'll be back here
Yeah.
talking about whatever,
Something.
doing topic in the box.
Hasta luego.
Thank y'all for watching.
In the box. I like that.
Peace.